remember my sponsor and upline and good friend Tracy Morrow and my other good friend and colleague Doug Fitzgerald were doing a training tour, and I had an opportunity to visit him and go out to their event. And I had this great opportunity to hear Carl speak in this more intimate setting. And I heard the story again, and I was even more blown away, I think more so by his honesty. You know, he was very forthcoming about all those things that happened in those early days of the company, and I was like, wow, you know, this is so cool to hear his perspective. You know, I hear my brother's perspective. But I was even more amazed at his passion, and I thought, gosh, you know, if you're down and out and you're unemployed or you want to make some extra money, this is the company to be with. I mean, you feel great and you get to help other people feel great. You know, it's just, and I was just so proud to be in that audience, and I thought, there is no better person at leading the charge than this guy. You know, he's smart, he's honest, and he's passionate, and what other leader would you want leading the charge? And this company just continues to come out with amazing innovations that continue to blow me away. So, without further ado, I have the honor to introduce to you, at our little Fabulous Friday event here in New England, Mr. Carl Daikler.
Just to finish the whole story, Tony's your brother. And you know, I've never actually heard you speak at length and tell jokes. Like, you close your eyes and it's like Tony's talking. Really, it is. Like, I expected to be like, a pterodactyl. Crazy. But that's very kind of you to say, and it's interesting to hear, you know, this event kick off. It was a couple of years ago. We were here in Boston at another hotel, and we had we call it, what do we call those events? It's a game plan event. Okay, so we had a game plan event here, and you know, it was a decent sized room, and Super Saturdays don't get quite that kind of attendance often. This is a special one. You'll see the video. There's a few announcements in there that I think you'll get a kick out of, and you'll be very excited about where we're going on trips if you qualify next year, and what we'll be competing for, and some changes to the Success Club. You know, it's so funny now that with all this new technology, it just cracks me up to see people holding up stuff in front of them. I don't want to see him. He is Medusa. I'll listen, but he may turn me to stone. It just cracks me up. But what's cool about this and seeing you all here and hearing this is what this little idea that we kicked off, that I made a commitment to in 2005, and that we opened the doors on, I guess, in 2007? 2007 we got going. Mark, I think are you the only founder in here, right? Mark Briggs was a founding coach. But you know, when you get these things started, everybody takes for granted, you know, well, I think you kind of take for granted what we do a little bit, because I haven't heard it yet. I mean, I think you feel it. There's a lot of heart in here. I love the spirit. Team Whoa and Team Yes We Can and all these cool teams in here. But wait a minute. You guys are doing something that is so spectacular, that is so off the hook special, that it's great what Kit says, that it's a great place to be to make money. It's a great place to be, and I totally believe that. And obviously, I'm working it. I'm trying to create wealth too, and we want to be successful. But do you understand how special it is what you do every single day? I'm sure you do understand. In fact, I had meetings today throughout Boston. I had a few meetings, and every time I tell a story about what we asked you to do to sell this bag of Shakeology, a $120 bag of powder, when people can go to Trader Joe's and buy something for $14.95 that looks like a chocolate bag of powder, but people don't know that it's got fillers and sawdust in it to fill the bag, literally sawdust. and whey protein that is what they call livestock grade. Good enough for livestock, good enough for me. So here you are. You're being tasked with marketing something, promoting something that is truly amazing, fulfilling, substantial health. And regardless of your rank, regardless of how much money you're making, I swear, if you opened up your shirt right now, you'd see an S there, because it is spectacular what you are doing. That guy's got an S. My man! Roger, stand up for a second. 150 pounds he lost. My point is, we're going to celebrate, we're going to recognize, I'm going to read off the top 10, the people that are coming with me to Tahiti, but sometimes that makes me uncomfortable. In fact, the first thing I want to do is something that I wasn't supposed to do really, but can I just ask the people who are coaches, meaning that haven't achieved Emerald yet, could you stand up one more time? Every name that we're going to read off tonight was at one time a coach. Every name. Bob, Keith, Mark, every one of them. Yeah, sit down, be comfortable. Every one of them was exactly where you are now. Many of them, even if you have been a coach for 6 months, and you're like, I can't get somebody. Even if you have been a coach for a year, even if you've been a coach and left and come back to rebuild, every one of these people has been through the same ups and downs that you're going to go through. Every single day that you go through an up and down, you've got to remember, I went through the same thing. I don't like to work out, right? It's no secret. But I knew that I had a financial interest in working out and building that Power 90 program. So I was in Tony's apartment, we're working out, and I'm pushing myself hard, and I am literally vomiting in the bathroom. Literally. Because I knew we have to make this thing work. And when I had these meetings today, I'm talking to people and they're asking, what's the company background? And they're always blown away. They're like, what do you mean you don't like fitness? You must love fitness. I'm like, no, I don't. The only reason it works for me is two things. One, we happen to be at a time that this country needs it more than ever, and it's really fun to not just create wealth, but to create wealth by doing something that we really need. It is like the biggest problem in this country. Although you can say that about a lot of things, it's a big one. Obesity is a big one. So it's really fun to participate in trying to solve that. And the other thing is, I would not have worked out so hard if I didn't have a financial interest in it. Right? So while I'm working out so hard, I know that every little bit of effort that I'm putting in my fitness, I'm building the company. And it's the same for you. And every time that you're going to hit that hurdle, you're going to be like, I don't know if I can sell a challenge pack. It's $205. That's tough. They're offering it for 3 payments of $19.95 or 3 payments of $39.95. How can I compete with them? They obviously don't care about this network marketing business. They're competing with me at a different price. That's not true. Because what we don't offer on TV is you. You offer you, and you have to believe in that. What we don't offer on TV is Shakeology, a substantial source of nutrition that will truly change people's lives. I put up a blog post yesterday. Tammy Fitzgerald sent me an email with a few people that had sent her testimonials about what happened on Shakeology. It'll blow you away. It blows me away what happens when you let this body heal itself. When you let this body do its thing. It's not Shakeology. I say the same thing about P90X. It's not P90X. It's not Shakeology. It just happens to allow the body, this amazing device, do what it's meant to do, and which we get in the way of it all the time. This is not exercise. The body wants to respond to exercise. It wants to respond to challenge. That's how you stay agile and mobile long into your later years. The body responds to good nutrition. This GMO stuff, the other stuff we eat, the saturated fats that gets in the body, the little pink packets, what are that, saccharin or whatever is in that, the body's like, I don't know what to do with this. Store it in that organ. Put that one over there. That can turn into cancer or something 20 years from now or whatever. These are all the things that you don't even think about as you're consuming because they're just a little bit, just a drop. how's that going to hurt? That's antifreeze. How could that be so bad for you? Literally. They call them flow agents, these vanilla shakes that people sell, and they think, oh, what's the dip? Tastes like cake. It's awesome. No. Little propylene glycol. That is antifreeze. It's called a flow agent in the business. They don't have to claim it on the label because the flavor houses get to call it a flow agent, and that means that it accentuates the flavor so they don't have to put so much in, so it doesn't cost so much. Little dirty little secret there. Oops. Did I let that out? We don't do it. That's why you don't get vanilla. There will be news. We'll talk about it in the video a little bit. You'll hear about the tropical thing on Monday's call. But I have had it, and it is good. But this is super, as I'm calling this is Super Saturday Friday. And you all are awesome for giving us your Friday night, and you are awesome for refusing to quit. As we say in the game plan, be here a year from now. I hope the Super Saturday, that's going to be a year from now. I hope you're all here. Somebody said there might be 1,000 there. If there's 1,000, I'll be here a year from now. I'll probably be wearing the same shirt. So, now, for those who are wondering, this is what I'm sorry for the whole glasses thing, but I'm going to read off who our top 10 Chairman's Club. These are our top 10 coaches, basically, and I wanted you to be the first. I guess you're the first, really, in the country to know. These are our top 10. Now, these are the folks who are coming with me to Tahiti, which is going to be pretty cool, because I just found out that in Tahiti, they have this thing called, I think it's called Tiahupo, where it's this thing, this giant wave, that's where they surf these 40, 50-foot waves. And I met a guy who was just in Kauai, and I was telling him we were going to Tahiti. He's like, oh, I have a friend of mine, and he'll put you all on a boat, and he camps you out right on the edge, and you can watch all these guys surf. So we're going to have a little guided tour. It's going to be out there. So here are the 10 people coming with me. Tommy Migrant out of Ohio. Lauren Knight. Hold your applause to the end. Number 9, Lauren Knight. Number 8, Hillary Kelly. Number 7, Melissa McAllister. Number 6, Barbie Decker. Number 5, Janelle Summers. Number 4, last year's top coach, Josh Spencer. Number 3, Lindsay Matway. Number 2, Christine Dwyer. And our top coach from last year, it's no surprise, because he just brought it all year, is Wayne Wyatt.